Hello everyone and welcome to episode 2 of Yoshi's Island. Time to find out if I was right last time. I'm hoping so. Oh, hop donut lifts. I got the donut lifts part right. You gotta give me that much. Also, I mentioned my fan in the other episode, or in the previous episode. Like, I have my fan running so I don't sweat. But even with my fan running, I'm getting a little bit toasty. My house is like stupid old, so everything is very poorly ventilated. So like my room has air stagnancy to a terrible degree. Like it's got the air circulation of a freaking box. Like straight up, it's terrible. If I want to get any air circulation, I have to open a window, which sucks because I live on the freeway. Oh, that was almost bad. Just realized I haven't died yet. I don't live on the freeway. I live on the main road in my town. So, my town. I'm talking about it like this is freaking Animal Crossing. Like I'm the mayor. Secretly, I am the mayor. No. I have met the mayor, though. That's cool. He's actually a family friend, which is interesting. Completely off track. Yeah, I live on a main road, so I can't open my window, otherwise it's gonna completely wreck the recording, because you will hear every car that goes by. In fact, you might hear most of the cars that go by anyway. It's part of the reason I have my window shut. Oh. I hit that block unintentionally. I didn't even know that was there. Cool. There's gonna be a lot of moments like that. The scrolling levels in this game. I hate scrolling levels. In general, I hate scrolling levels, but specifically in this game, some of the scrolling levels really suck. Especially the secret scrolling levels. Those ones are terrible. Just unfun times. Come on, gimme. Oh, that was almost a combination of amazing and terrible. I don't know how many stars there are in this level, but I'm gonna grab as many as I can just to be safe. Because I don't know if there's anywhere to get them back. I haven't bothered to explain any of the enemies either. Most of the enemies in this game are pretty self-explanatory. Like you got the I can't speak today. You have Shy Guys, you have Fly Guys, you got the little flower things, whose names I don't remember. You got Piranha Plants. There's a couple of enemies that are unique to this game that haven't really showed up again in Mario ever, but most of the time, like, they're familiar enemies. You got Shy Guys, Piranha Plants, Shy Guys on stilts, all kinds of crazy crap. Actually, I think there's a lot of unique enemies in this game. Lakitu shows up. We'll see him later. He's a dick, as always. Continuing the 100% streak. Still haven't died. Sadly, I did get hit, but I haven't died. So that's good. 5 up at 500. Thought so. You get a 3 up at 300, a 1 up at 200, I think. Ooh, flip cards. So this one's fun. I'm actually going to save state. Yes, you heard me. Save state button. Because I want to show off this minigame. That's why I save stated. So there's one Kamek every time you play this minigame. Otherwise, you have what is basically a 1 in 8 chance to hit... Wait, what? No. Oh, we got a bad one. They didn't fix that glitch. There was a glitch in the original SNES version where sometimes this minigame would spawn with 2 Kameks, making it unbeatable, because you have to get everything other than what is supposed to be the 1 Kamek on the board, and then Kamek will turn into a 10-up, and that's how you beat the minigame, which every minigame has a way to beat it, sort of. If you get really unlucky, I'm pretty sure this is unbeatable now. Yeah. If you get really unlucky, you get 2 Kameks, which means you can't win, and it sucks. So you just have to exit. If you exit, you do get to keep everything you've won so far, but... I didn't mean to hit continue there. You get to keep everything you've won so far, but you don't get the 10-up, which kinda sucks. So I didn't know they didn't fix that glitch. I thought that was one of the ones they fixed. Huh, go figure. You learn something new every day. That's something you learned today. So, there you go. And stuff. Oh, so these are Shy Guys on Stilts, as was the name of the level. they're pretty simple. You hit them once to knock them off their stilts, and then you do them like normal Shy Guys. It's pretty basic. They can't be eaten when they're on their stilts, so that is something to remember. And doors, because doors, you know. And this is like a little egg tutorial. It shows up all the 3 different types of eggs. Technically there's 4. There's green eggs, which are what you usually get when swallowing an enemy. There's yellow eggs, which give you a coin when you hit an enemy. These flashing eggs, which are rare, they give you a red coin when you hit an enemy. Or like a wing block or whatever. And then there's red eggs, which give you 2 stars. You can make yellow and red eggs, but you cannot make red coin eggs. There's a limited number of them. And they're, like, sometimes they're not even in a level. Sometimes you don't even see them. But levels that have them, there's only like 1 or 2 at the most. So you do have to be careful. Oh, come on. So this is interesting. There's a balloon carrying that bouncy platform. And if you hit it in the right spot, which I did not, you can collect all of those in one go. Otherwise, you screw up like I do if you're dumb. So, that's interesting. Also, something you might notice, Shy Guys kind of have glowy feet. Look at his little feet. I don't know what's up with that. They look so shiny. I don't know if that's just a graphics thing, or if they're actually supposed to be shiny. Like they have tinfoil on their shoes or something. They're like... I don't know what the purpose of that would be. Like, you have tinfoil hats. That's like an anti-mind reading thing. Weird Al references that in his song Foil, which is a parody of Lord's Royals. That's funny. If you've never seen that, go watch it. It's amazing. I love Weird Al. He's just fantastic. He's one of the few musicians I know who's just straight up parody. There's also, like, he's one of the few balls. He's one of the few professional artists I know of who does exclusively parody. Otherwise, like, there's a ton of internet YouTube people who do that kind of stuff. Like the Key of Awesome guys. People like them. But, are you kidding me? Really? I gotta go find other Shy Guys. Balls! So I was supposed to use that Shy Guy I found, or those 2 Shy Guys, toss them up in that flower. Aw, really? Whatever. If you jump on a Shy Guy, he's not gone for good. But if you throw him into, like, a wing balloon, which is what that little, like, cloud thing was. Wing cloud. I don't know what those are called. I always just call them, like, cloud blocks or whatever. You throw him into one of those or into another enemy, he's dead. For good. He won't come back. But if you jump on him, he will. Which is good and bad. Sometimes that can screw you over. Ooh. I forgot that was that. So this is a secret. Okay. And pipes. Pipe dreams. Save state button. You can tell I watch Proton John's videos, can't you? Yeah. So this is our second transformation, the mole tank. It allows you to just dig through this crap. It also allows you to go up walls, which is awesome. It's one of the better transformations in this game. We've already seen the helicopter. There's the mole tank. I'm trying to think of what else. I think there's 2 others, and that's it. So once you've collected all the coins there, which there's a few douchily hidden red coins, you're good. Doesn't matter if you get teleported back or not, because there's nothing afterward. So you're fine. That's cool. I think there's 2 more transformations. I'm trying to remember. And then those transformations that we've seen so far, the mole tank and the helicopter, show up a bunch throughout the game. But I think it's just 4. Emphasis on I think. I'm probably wrong. Knowing me. The mole tank and the helicopter have no methods of attack, but one of the vehicles we see later in the game does. It's got a weapon. And I think it's the only one. I think there's only that one, because I'm pretty sure I know the mole tank and the helicopter don't, and I'm pretty sure the car doesn't either. Other than, like, the obvious jumping. Wow, that was really good. I didn't expect to hit that dead on. Usually I mess that up. I guess I have, like, an anti-Let's Play curse. Never mind. Oh! So that happens sometimes. If you have momentum when Baby Mario gets knocked off your back, sometimes you will retain that momentum. Because Yoshi does like that little stun animation. When you snap out of that, sometimes you will keep that momentum. I think I should go grind real quick. There is a sort of grinding method in this game. I mentioned before that you can create, like I just showed, you can create yellow and red eggs. They're based on how many times your eggs hit a ceiling. Once gives you a yellow egg, bouncing a second time gives you a red egg, and that's as far as it goes. If it goes beyond that, you're out of luck. In fact, if it hits 3 surfaces, like one right after... What? Oh, that's right. Well, that sucks. So we can't bounce those off of them. The eggs have to actually break, which they don't on bats. So that's a thing. Okay. Gotta off-screen that platform, it'll respawn. Sometimes it doesn't always work. So right here, yeah, there we go. So if we hit these guys, you get stars. But the bats, it goes right through them, so that sucks. And many times, much like Proton John said in his playthrough, you will see me just bouncing the eggs, trying to get red eggs as backups. They're awesome safety cushions. In the case that you take a hit and you're near the end of the level, if you have any enemy at all to break an egg on, and that also includes these things, you can get stars. I actually forgot about that. Give me that. That gives you a 1-up. You have to swallow it. If you break it, it doesn't do anything. But if you swallow it, turn it into an egg, it breaks and turns into a 1-up. Bonus challenge! Yay! So there's 6 different bonus challenges. One is tied to each world. Every world, the goal ring gives you a chance of that world's bonus challenge, and I believe the one from the next world. Like in World 1, I think the bonus challenge was the drawing lots. And the bonus challenge, I'm pretty sure, for World 2 is Scratchy Match, right here. So we get a chance of either getting drawing lots, or not drawing lots, pick cards. Or maybe I'm wrong. Drawing lots is a separate one, fairly certain. Are you kidding me? Really? Oh my goodness. So the middle one's usually a safe one to go for, because even though the Baby Marios don't... Really? Okay, that's rare. It's not actually common that they're not in a row. They're usually in some kind of row, even if it's like far right, bottom left. Which is kind of like a curve pattern. But usually they're in some sort of like connection. They're not usually like 2 on one side and 1 on the opposite side of the board. Wow, I have had bad luck with that so far. Ooh, these guys. I don't know what they're called. They're awesome. Basically, you throw them, they kill enemies, and they build up. Come on. Fall down there. Thank you. If you hit... Oh, come on. If you hit 8 enemies in a row with these guys, they give you a 1-up. And every enemy beyond that gives you a 1-up. Which gives you an awesome grinding tactic right here. Because basically what you can do is if you have one of these guys, you can just toss him right here. And if he's right there, as long as he's in ball form, anything that touches him dies. Which is awesome. And the Shy Guys won't kill him. The Shy Guys won't kill him if they run into him when he's not in ball form. Which is amazing, and I love it. So you can just stand here forever and grind. Like, I'm just holding down the speed button. You can see, I'm just hanging out. Just 1-up, over and over, millions of times. You can get an infinite number of lives. I might actually use this to grind off-screen at some point. It's amazing. Like, look at this. How many lives did I start with? I have 63 now. I think I started with like 30. Still going. Just still going. No problems. Just infinite. I love it. There's a couple of tricks like that in this game. Sadly, the classic, like, Super Mario bounce on a shell indefinitely doesn't work in this game, because bouncing on a shell 8 times does not give you a 1-up, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure bouncing on 8 enemies in a row doesn't give you a 1-up at all. So, that's a thing. Mainly because, like, Yoshi's flutter jump would just make that way too easy. I mean, come on. You can hover almost indefinitely if you time it right, with flutter jump. It's amazing. I'm gonna just stand here and talk. I don't even care. Okay, let's end this. So the reason this works is because that pipe will indefinitely spit out Shy Guys if you're missing any eggs. It's an egg pipe, basically. There's a lot of those in this game. The developers love to, like, supply you with eggs. So if you're missing any eggs, those Shy Guys will spawn infinitely. And it's amazing, because you can just do what I did. Oh, right, I forgot about these. So there's these, the flashing eggs from before. Oh, there's a key hidden over there somewhere, and I want it, because I'm pretty sure this is a good minigame, as opposed to that stupid balloon one from before. If it wasn't evident, I hate that minigame. It's easily my least favorite. Hey, really? Oh, it's further up, that's right. I think it's right there. Oh. Flashing egg. Give me a red coin. Thank you. And yes, in case you were wondering, flashing eggs can be cycled out of your inventory by picking up a key. So if you have a flashing egg as your 6th egg, you can lose out on that. And it sucks. It's terrible. Actually, I don't think it's last egg. I think it's first egg in your cycle. So if your first egg is a flashing egg, that can get kicked out by a key, and it's very unfun, because it prevents you from 100%ing the level. Yes, this is a good minigame. So this one's really easy. For some reason, it's really hard to get a shutout on this. Basically, this cannon fires coins, Bandit will try and jump around and swipe them. That's what this enemy is called. You see him a lot. He's like your rival, I guess. Oh. For some reason, I can never get a shutout on this. Which is weird, because it's really not a hard minigame. I can go for most of... Like, I've had times where I go for the entire minigame without him getting a single coin. And all because of, you know, Yoshi's tongue. But I can never get a shutout. Which, if you don't know what that means, when I say shutout, I mean I get all of the coins and he gets 0. Like, end of the minigame, he ends with 0 coins. Alright, so there's the usual goal ring. I didn't explain the goal ring before. But I'm stupid, so it doesn't matter. Basically what the goal ring does... I forgot. You can go down the egg pipes. What the goal ring does... is you hit it, any enemies on screen / slightly off screen will immediately be turned to stars, and touching the goal ring in and of itself gives you 10 stars. I forgot, this is my favorite level. So if you're not familiar with Yoshi's Island, this is Fuzzy, and I should preface this, don't do drugs, kids. This is what Fuzzy does. Yep. Uh-huh. Yoshi's eyes go super spacey. And your controls get wonky. If you so much as move under the effects of a Fuzzy, your controls get, like, dizzy-fied. Which, they call it dizzy. Let's be honest. It's really touch Fuzzy, get high. Like, come on. Yeah, I think even Proton John made that joke. If you move left or right at all when you touch a Fuzzy, your controls go dizzy, and you will wobble back and forth constantly. Sometimes you'll, like, tear off right even though you're not holding right, and it really sucks because it makes your controls super confusing. If you hold down, though, you won't move, which is very helpful. Balls! So here's what happens when you move. And once you move, Yoshi will start to wobble. You don't even have to move, and he'll just do that. I'm not even touching anything at all. And he's doing that. And from that point forward, if you touch a fuzzy in that level, that will happen. And it sucks. It makes your controls super hard to maneuver, and it can screw you over on tight platforming segments. A lot. Gimme. Get it! Oh. The other thing that sucks is sometimes when you're holding right, Yoshi will lean left, which will slow you down, and that's not fun. Okay, can we stop getting fuzzied? As you see, everything gets super trippy and drugified. But like I said, if I hold down, nothing happens. And eventually it wears off. It's not permanent. And the effect doesn't stack. If you touch a fuzzy while under the effects of one, it just resets the timer, which is good. So you can touch like 20 fuzzies in a row and you still only have like the same 7 or so second timer, which is very nice. It really sucks. It would really suck if that was all conglomerated. Like you touch 20 fuzzies in a row, like one right after the other, and you have to sit there for like a minute straight before the effects wear off. That would be terrible. So every once in a while, Yoshi's Island secrets pull a douche moment. This is one of those. It took me forever to find this when I was a kid, but you have to stand here, throw an egg up, that will drop out the sky. There's basically like clay blocks up above as a platform for that, and you have to break them with eggs. I think you can break it with your head, but I'm not sure. So there's the flowers. There's this guy. This guy's a douche. He has 5 petals. When he does that, they just rocket off, and they're terrible. Because sometimes you'll get 2 or 3 of him on screen at once, and it can screw you over. And his head will respawn infinitely. I think there's a glitch where you can make it stop respawning, or it may not be a glitch and it may be intentional, like some sort of tactic. But I don't know what it is exactly. I've just pulled it off a couple of times. I'm pretty sure it involves ground pounds and eggs. I always thought it was just him getting bored or something. So we got everything? Yep, 100%. I think that's 100% every level. Still no deaths. That's pretty good. I'm happy. Oh, also, I do want to mention these little things floating through the air. These are dragonflies. When I was a kid, I thought those were little flying hammers. I was so confused. I was like, why are there little hammers floating in the sky? Because, I mean, they look vaguely hammer-shaped. They're on light background. And if you're playing this on, like, an old Game Boy Advance, where the screen's kind of dim, you can't see those wings. It's just the 2 black dots and the 1 red strip, so it kind of looks hammer-shaped. So I was like, oh, they're hammers. They're not. They're dragonflies. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. If they're not, I've had something wrong for a couple of years now, and I'm stupid. So, you know. Where's my water? I'm taking a drink while we go between levels. That delicious sound of someone slurping into a microphone. So once you get 700 points in a world, it opens the bonus level. Which isn't actually a level, it's this. It's the bonus for that world. The bonus minigame. Specifically. I'm gonna save state again. Every time I do this, I'm gonna save state. Because things could go horribly wrong. I'm probably not going to take advantage of the save state bit too often. In fact, I'm going to back out now. Because I have no idea. Pretty sure it's just toadies and Kamek left. Which, that little thing on the right in the middle, that's a toadie. Which, toadies don't give you anything, and Kamek screws you over. If you hit Kamek before exiting out, like if you get Kamek at all, you lose everything you've gained. I mean, unless that's nothing. So, I'm gonna back out, because I don't trust this. No, I want that, watermelon. Oh yeah, I haven't explained any of the items yet, because I haven't had a chance to show any off. And this is what happens every time you get the bonus. I don't know if the lives are a thing in the SNES version. I think it's exclusive to this. So now, every time we go here, it's the same minigame. Every time. It's not like the roulette, it's just, oh hey, this thing. Some of the later, ooh, a 20. I'm taking that. I'm gonna back out, screw it. The star power-ups, that little plus 20 star thing, is amazing. There's that and a plus 10. Those are awesome. They just straight up give you 10 stars to your current total. They're awesome, and I love them. So, here we go. 1-8 Salvo the Slime's Castle. So, the castles are harder levels. There tend to be bigger enemies, harder platforming segments. The secrets are usually hidden better, stuff like that. That just tends to be a thing in castles. And the castle boss is usually one of the harder bosses. It's almost always harder than the fort boss. I don't think there's a single world where I would say the castle boss is easier than the fort. They're almost always harder. Though there is one castle boss in one of the worlds that you can kill in one hit and like break the fight, and it's amazing. If you're familiar with this game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's, I think, World 2's final boss? I could be wrong about that. But yeah. Also, I said last episode, talking about Bert the Bashful, that every boss between the forts and the castles is just a big enemy, and that's how they always go. It's not actually true. I mean, they kind of are, but there's a couple that sort of aren't. The boss of, I believe it's World 2. Wait. Actually, no. The one I'm thinking of where you can break the fight, also, where is the platform? Screw it, I'll just have it across. The fight that I'm thinking of is, I think, World 3, not World 2. Because the boss I'm thinking of right now, which is kind of an exception to what I said, is I'm pretty sure the final boss of World 2. There's a boss that is a pot... Not a pot brownie. It's a pot ghost. Like those pots, like the pot we smashed in level 4 of this world. There's a boss that is that on steroids, but there's a ghost in it. But anywhere else, there's no ghost in the pots. There's pot ghosts don't exist. Pot ghosts. Stoner comedy. Yay, it's funny. But yeah. Okay, really? So that happens sometimes, and it's not fun. If you screw up that jump, the game will detect it as you hitting that block, and that block spins all of the red platforms, the bottom of which are spikes, which will hurt you. And therefore Baby Mario goes flying. So I'm pretty sure if I just walk off, yeah. I think I went the wrong way anyway. Aw, man. Ow. That's what I needed to do. Ooh. These spikes are different than normal spikes. There are other types of spikes later in the game. Pretty much anything spiky elsewhere in the game will insta-kill you. These platforms are an exception. Which is a very, very lucky exception. I want to say, like, originally those were insta-death. And they were like, this is really hard, let's make it easier. Or something. But, I don't know. Ah, crap. I wanted that, egg box. I never explained the egg box, either. That little, like, thing that kind of looks like one of the Yoshi's eggs, but it's square, that's an egg box. You hit that with your head, it just spits out an infinite number of eggs. There you go. Simple. Just pretty basic, but it's very helpful. Especially in some of the later stages. Also, the reason those spike platforms are different colors is because there's two different switches. The green one rotates the green blocks, the red one rotates the red blocks. I don't know what this platform is called. I always just called it the Arrow Pizza. I have no idea what it's actually called. But it's awesome, and I love it. It's just basically a rotating platform. It goes off in whatever direction you're standing. Like, when you stand on it, it just takes off in whatever direction the arrow is pointing. So if it's pointing down, it goes down. Pointing left, it goes left, etc. Am I at 100%? Yes? Okay. What I think I might start, you know, actually, yeah, I'm gonna do that now. I don't know if I'm gonna do this for later levels, but basically, I might just save state if I don't know if I'm gonna be safe during the boss fight. I should be fine, but sometimes I get a stupid screw up because the way this boss works can be a little glitchy. It's a little finicky. Sometimes he drops enemies, and sometimes they drop directly on top of you. So that's not fun. We didn't get to see any of those guys in this level, but that is a slime. Normally, they're not much of a threat. They just kind of wobble along the floor. Salvo is a really big slime. You run into him, doesn't do anything. But luckily, he doesn't do any damage to you. He's not supposed to. He's not the threat in this fight. They are. Also, anytime he does like that weird wavy thing, he's impervious to eggs. Also, you can nail him directly with the little slimes, and it's actually really helpful because you can usually get some easy damage off on him. So I don't know how this fight is intended to go. I don't know why there's that little lava pit lying around, but there is. It seems very useless. Oh, well that was cool. That works. And he just kind of hovers there for a second, and then just goes everywhere, and just explodes. I don't understand the point of the lava pit. I don't know why it's only in one corner of the room, but okay. I guess to give him a method to, like, knock you in, because he's very bouncy, so I guess he can, like, knock you into it and kill you. I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? Level's over. 100%. World 100% complete. I think that unlocks one of the extra levels. There we go. Extra one. Yeah. So the extras are unlocked by getting 800 points in a world, which technically you can get 1,000 points in a world, because the extra level and the secret level have 100 points to them, like every level in the game. So you can technically get 1,000 in every world. I don't know if I'm going to be going for a 6,000 point playthrough. I might just go for or 6,000? Yeah, 6,000. I might just go for 4,800, which is 800 in every world, which is the main 8 levels. But I'm not sure. I'm still not entirely sold, because the extra and the secret levels get stupid hard, like ball-bustingly hard. Some of them are vicious, and it's like, Nintendo, you're kind of a douche for including these. So still not entirely sold on completely 100%ing the game, but I think I will try my best to 100% the main 48 levels. And then I'll definitely be showing off the secret and extra levels, and I will try to beat them to the best of my ability. No guarantees, because like I said, they're really hard. Like, really hard. So bad. Anyway, World 2. Next time, we get to meet Koopa Troopa and Paratroopa. Koopa Paratroopa. Whatever. We're gonna meet the Koopas, basically. We haven't seen them so far. We will now. And I think we see Goombas in World 3. Maybe in this world, too. I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. I will see you next time.